Today, guys, on the show we have Bro Harv. We're gonna get to know about this gentleman, and all about his music, man. But like I say, the best person to introduce you to the world is you. So we're gonna ask you a couple questions, brother, and let the world get the spot and shine with you. All right?
Go. Let's go.
Beginning, brother. Where were you born and raised?
Tampa, Florida, man. Tampa, Florida native, man. So um, I'm currently a little bit outside of the Bay Area where I reside, but Tampa, man, 813 all day.
Facts, facts. I'm originally out that way. What you did your schooling and everything from out there too?
Yeah, man. Went to high school, all the way through grade school, middle school, junior high, all that good stuff, man. I went to Hillsborough High School. So
Oh shit! You was a dog, a bulldog.
yes, sir. Terrier all day. Big red.
Yeah, I went to Middleton.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's it. Y'all always had that. Y'all always had that football team, brother. That
Most
Hillsborough.
definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you like so? Were you always into to music, or did you get captured into it as a young age? Do you remember
Man.
the first
Sports.
sports?
Sports. That's all I was into, man. I never saw this happening in my wildest dreams, man. I always used to sit back and say, you know what? I leave the music and the artistry to artists. And I think that that's dope that they have that talent. I think that that's dope, man. I wish, I've sung in like the praise team in church and different things like that, but never had the desire. Never, I wasn't chasing it. So a friend of mine, I used to sing like little church hymns on Facebook,
Gotcha.
and that was really like the platform that I used, man. And I would always just either write out something encouraging, but then I got to the point where I would just be sitting in my car like I am now. And that be the time I spend with the Lord, man. And he might lay something on me, or at least I feel like that's what he's doing.
Mhm.
And I might sing 30-second clip of a church hymn or something. And I guess a friend of mine was watching me. He's another artist, goes by the name of Bruce Wayne. Go ahead and shout him out while we talking. Shout out Bruce Wayne. And then he just started inviting me to the studio. Man, I had never even been in the studio. So he was just inviting me. So I'm just like, yeah, of course I'll come sit in, man. That's dope. One day, hey man, get in there and do this hook. I'm like, what? No, sir. But I went ahead and did it, man, and changed my life, bro. Yeah, changed my life. So now that I figured out that I got a pen game, and it's been therapeutic, if nothing else, man. Just been able to release a lot of things that I've been holding in, a lot of things that I didn't have an outlet. I didn't know how to release it, man. So it caused me to be angry all the time and all of these different things. Tried the counseling. That wasn't for me, man. Just some random person I'm sitting here talking to. I'm not on that. Man, I started writing, changed my life, man. I've never felt how it feels to be at peace until March 2021, man. My life changed. So I've been at it a little less, a little less than 2 years. I guess March 2020, March this year. Yeah, it'll be 2 years. So
Wow, wow,
yeah,
man. That's amazing that you got you found that connection with music that allows you to what I'm saying, express yourself in a way that you felt was fulfilling. Because I
most
know what you
definitely.
I know what you said before about like even with therapy and you're trying to talk to people, but it's when you're trying to express a feeling that you can't quite get words to, or you feel like a person doesn't quite understand the full message of what it is that you're saying through what
Exactly.
what I'm saying. It kind of leaves you in a state of like just incompleteness, like what I'm saying, because you can't get that message across, so you just kind of like
Exactly.
yeah, the crossroads. So
Exactly.
um
Yep.
what you find in the music, man, I'm glad that it really opened up some expression for you. The first So after you did that first track, you did the hook on that track. What were your ambition as far as in music at that point? Like I know you said it switched from day and night. Like you were more into sports, and then you had this newfound gift that you're like, man, I gotta take advantage of it. What's your first feelings going forward from there, man? Like, are you excited? Did you just drop everything with sports? Are you still a sports fan, or
I'm
what's
still a
going
sports.
on?
I'm still a sports fan. So when I was talking about the sports, I'm talking about, I guess, younger man. Grew up with the hood dreams, man. Everybody want to be in the NBA, the NFL. So that
Mm,
was kind of going back to when we were talking about Hillsborough because I did play ball at Hillsborough.
gotcha.
Uh, but I'm older now, man. The sports dream's over with. So I work, man. I just work into the IT in the IT field, man. But these things weren't fulfilling in my life, right? So it was still the unhappiness there, whatever it is, what have you.
Facts.
So like you said, after that song, man, it was like I got exposed to a whole nother world, man. Now I just feel like I can't stop, man. So I don't know when the day is gonna come where I wake up and be like, man, I'm satisfied with that. I'm good. I enjoyed the opportunities that it granted me. I don't know when that's gonna come, but right now, man, I want it all. There's too much going on in here, man. I've been through too much. I've seen too much. And it's a lot of young brothers, man. I've always been the type to take the young brothers under my wing, man, and be like, man, where you going, bro? I promise you, I've been down that road. Keep going down there, man. There's something waiting on you. But if you listen to me, you don't have to run into those things. But everybody's gonna make their own decisions, man. But as long as I do my part, so now I found a way to do it through music. Everybody always thought I was gonna be a preacher. I used to say, nah, man, I don't think that's for me. Once this happened, I said, man, maybe this is what it was meant for me to do. There you go, man. So if I can help somebody, man, by my testimonies and the way that I can put words together and tell my life story, because without my life story, I don't have music, man. Everything I talk about is real. It's what I've been through. No matter, I might make it sound good a little bit, throw my family in there, but that's what I'm all about, man. My past, and what it's taught me, and loving my family, bro. And that's really what I stand for, man. So if it can help anybody, that's what I'm gonna keep on going, man. Until I run out of stories, I'm gonna be writing.
Hey, and it definitely sounds like we've got a future ahead of you, brother. Especially doing it through music like that. It sounds like you're really passionate. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like you got to have that passion if you're gonna meet longevity with it. You know what I'm saying? Because once that passion is gone, then what's the purpose of doing it?
Exactly.
At that point. I've noticed that you've done the Monday motivational speaking that you do on Facebook. It happened to come up the last couple of weeks actually, and I take the time to check it out, man. I always like what I hear from you, brother. You definitely take the time to thoroughly give an insight on what it is that you're speaking of, and you come at it from different angles. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because it's like you always give respect to that. There's a fact that there might be a different perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Versus like, because some people speak like matter of factly, like it's got to be this way. But I like the fact that you always sound like you're giving an opportunity for people to grow with you as you're speaking the message of what you learn. You know what I'm saying? What kind of inspired you to start doing that?
Okay, so back to what I was saying about how I started with the Facebook stuff. I used to just write it out. So once the music kind of came into my life, I kind of forgot about that. But I never want to forget about my first work. I'm not the type of person that forget where it started. So as 2022 was coming to a close, it kind of fell into my thoughts again. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring back this motivational stuff, but instead of writing it out, I'm going to put a mic in front of me and I'm going to do it a little bit more, make it, give it a little bit more feel behind it or whatever, and more personable, man, because it's me talking versus what I'm just typing out. And I was going to start that in 2023. And I was talking to one of my boys, man, and we were just having a conversation, and it kind of came up like, what you waiting to 2023 for? Like, who promised you 2023 was even going to happen, man? You got this ambition and this desire and this burning like fire on the inside of you. Go ahead and start it now. Let's go. So that following Monday, man, I threw the first one out there, man. I was like, let's go. What I'm waiting on. And that message just so happened to be about, let's get it, man. Who waiting on 2023 for what? Start it right now. You can already be 10 steps ahead if you go ahead and get started now. What you waiting on 2023 for?
Facts, big facts. Hey, well, you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like how you so you put that. Why wait for a date, man? When you could, if you already know, if you know it's something you need to be doing, then what exactly are you waiting on? You know what I mean?
All these New Year's resolutions, man. What the New Year? What changes because a year flip will roll over, man? It's time to go. Let's go.
Hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? For real, that ambition, man. You got to have motivational people like that around you, because in this life, if you don't get it done, bro, it's your experience. If you don't get it done, it's kind of your fault. I hate to say it that way, but you know what I'm saying? That's just the way the ball rolls.
It's on you.
As far as some things that you would like to do, in the future as far as your music career, things like that? I know you said right now you're kind of just enjoying the ride as far as where it takes you and things like that. But what are some things that you might like to, do with your career while it's going?
Man, I don't even think that that's something I thought about, man, because I'm so caught up on this high right now and how good it feels, man. And I've done things that I never even imagined, like performing in different places. And I got a show coming up in June that I got booked for, man, at this festival up in North Carolina. So like things are just, I haven't really sat back and like, man, this is my plan. Like I don't have a business plan for it. I just be like, man, God, whatever you're doing, man, keep me included. Let's go.
Amen.
Like if it work out, I would love that. If it doesn't, I healed though. Like I didn't live my life all the way throughout my adulthood the way I was, man, because it was miserable. I'm
Yeah.
38 years old, bro. It's like that was a long adulthood of dealing with those things, man, and those childhood traumas and having to battle those things, man, and these failed relationships and all kind of crap that just built up. But I was never releasing none of it. So it's
Gotcha.
one thing to go through stuff, but let it go. You can't keep building up that pressure, man, because at some point that pipe gonna burst.
Facts.
So just finding an outlet, man. If I never hear from a regular label, if I never move past what I'm doing right now, man, I'll be fulfilled, bro. So as far as what do I see from it, man, whatever comes with it, I'm thankful.
Man, that's an awesome message. The humbleness about your brother is amazing as well. I feel like it's gonna take you far, because to be able to roll with the punches of where this thing goes with music, man, it's kind of like a requirement nowadays. You just never
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
The way that the things have been done before, it's every day there's something new. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
the music game is not what it was 10 years ago. Like they had CDs and you know what I'm saying, and now cars might come with a CD player, but I don't know if it's just for they don't know what to do with the slot or you know
Yeah, right.
you know what I'm saying. I don't know if it's just like it's a traditional thing like we gotta put a CD player in there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Um, but the music itself, man. If you make it timeless music, it doesn't matter what medium they put on it. It'll always hit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So when you're making these tracks, the one that I've been able to hear so far. Shout out to my man Jelani. I know he shot a video with you.
Uh,
I know some of the lyrics were like some days. I can't sing
okay.
like you, brother. I can't. I ain't gonna slide you song. You know what I'm saying? Because you can sing. I can't. That's some of us interview. Some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some people
yeah.
sing. Some of us interview. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real.
I can't do it. But the way you did it, brother, it reminded me of that old school feel, that feel good music. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Who were some of
Appreciate
those
it, man.
people that you might have listened to growing up that might influence your current day works?
Oh man, geez, bro, that's a long list, man. But I loved a lot of music, man. You got Tank, um, Jamie Foxx. I used to love Pretty Ricky. I don't know if there was no influence,
Hey,
but I love them, man. I love them. Just a lot of people, gospel music, Marvin Sapp, John P. Key. It's a man, quite a few. The list goes on, man. The Ushers, man. The Arc, yeah, I don't know, man. The
hey,
Days.
I feel you. I feel you. Hey, I feel you on that one right there. He's like,
we,
man, I can't. I
yeah,
we talk about his artwork. We ain't talking about art. We ain't talking about artists. We talk about his
that's right.
artwork. I
Yeah, yeah.
got you.
We don't want to make it personal, but yeah, man, I definitely grew up with a lot of that stuff, man. As far as where the inspiration comes from, I don't know if it was any of them, man. I just always grew up loving music. I'm a musician first.
Thanks.
I grew up playing the drums, so I was
Okay.
a drummer, man, from the age of 8 years old. So the music was always there, man. So it once I tapped into it, and my boy just was pushing me like, man, just start writing. And I wrote the first song, and bro, I still sit back and listen to my music, and I still can't believe it. I sit there sometimes and I listen to it like this, like, bro, I put this together, like nobody's helping me. Bro, I get into a mood, man, and I go and I just do what I do, man. And like the some days you was talking about,
Yeah.
that was something that weighed on me, man, since a kid, man, because it was about an old
Yeah. Yeah.
girlfriend. That was a
Yeah.
real story. That's a real situation, man. And when I wrote that, I felt the peace because
Yeah.
that was something that I held on to for a very long time, man. And it was just like, wow,
Yeah.
wow. So
it
Yeah.
re- it really did put me in that like that R&B like that when I heard it, bro, I was like, man, that sounds like something my parents would listen to, and I'm
Yeah.
and I say that with a compliment because I'm gonna tell you something. I at first I was thinking, every generation say the next generation sound like we don't know what y'all doing on music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you can get the older people to listen to it, and you doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
so I was like, man, brother really has a good solid smooth sound to him. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like a confidence in your voice, like you really know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So we're really excited to see, where your career decides to go. But if you've got somebody out there that's looking to say, hey man, that guy Bro Harv is one heck of a character. I really want to be like him. What are some jewels that you might be able to drop for them? You know what I'm saying? Hoping that when they get to where you are, they could be at least, half of the man that you are going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah. Man, just live, love, and laugh, man. Don't take nothing too personal, man. Watch who around you, man. Be mindful of who you allow to entertain in your bubble, who you let get close to you, man. And that's not to throw anybody off and say people are negative, but certain things like that, just having that third eye open, like people like to chalk it up to, man. But just be mindful of where you're going. Think about your future. Remember that every decision that you make, there's a consequences to your action. So don't think, oh, I'm just young today, man. It ain't gonna affect me, man, because I thought that too, man. And there's certain things that I experienced that still come back 20 years later. So yeah, man, just remember that you got one life. Love it, live it, enjoy it, love. Like you never been hurt before, man, and you'll reap the benefits from it, man. And always put God first. A lot of people believe in different things, man, but whatever you believe, at the end all be all, there's some form of a God at the top of it, man. So just believe in God, whoever yours may be, and trust the process, man. And let's go and go out there and be great. The world is yours, baby.
That's a heck of a mission, brother. For those who definitely, because I can only imagine you getting some new fans. I always said, man, certain people they just need to get in front of people. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Good product. Not to call you product, but good product is gonna sell itself. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, and one thing I can say about your channel, brother. One thing I love about your channel is I never see anything like negative, bro. You always say like it's always something to get your head on track, like focus.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like always something to
Right.
hone you in on, you know what I'm saying, on what it is that you're trying to do. Like what's the real focus? And
Yeah,
and
sure.
and and in this world, especially with social media, brother, that's a blessing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Because you can see, even with TV and things like that, there's so much negativity that's openly available, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, and
Mm-hmm.
accessible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We don't really get that many people promoting
Right.
positive, structure as we might have had growing up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure. For sure.
Um
Yeah, man.
as far as where people can find you on all platforms and things like that, because I make sure that it pops up at the end. Um can you go ahead and give out that information? And again, like I said, as you give them the information, as people are viewing it, and where they will be viewing us on our website, our platforms, and things like that, and even on the radio, it'll pop up so they can go ahead and view it and click on it and things like that to follow you.
For sure, for sure. So my music can be found on all streaming platforms. You name it, man. The Amazons, the iTunes, the Apple, whatever. Spotify, everywhere. Bro Harv, BROHARV. Some people get it confused and think I'm saying Bro Hard, HARD, but it's HARV, short for Harvey.
Yeah.
My social media platforms are the same, follows the same suit, man. It's Bro Harv. On Instagram is the only one that's different. Is BRO_HARV, but it's still Bro Harv. So you can find me everywhere, man. If you're interested, let's go, man. Walk this journey with me, man. I promise you, I got something that you want to hear. If not all, something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, my man, as well, Brandon. You heard him, Bro Hard, man. Go check him out on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chat it up because I got to put something in our rotation. We got our radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I try
sir.
to support our
Yes, sir.
independent artists and get you guys spun.
I
So
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I got something dropping Friday, man. It's called Big Stepper. It's
big
not my
step.
traditional positivity, da 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 da. I'm talking a little talk, I was feeling good, man, and I was feeling good about 2023 and the way that I plan on attacking it, man. And the words "big stepper" came to my mind, so we big stepping into 2023. It got a little nice feel. You could dance a little bit. Go check it out. Friday the 13th, big stepper on you.
I was gonna say, you make sure you have a great night, brother. It was definitely my honor and my pleasure talking with you, brother. I can't wait to hear.
Likewise.
Friday, big stepper. Yes, sir.
Likewise, man. Be blessed, brother. Appreciate it.
You as well, boss.
Later.